Hello and welcome to the rebooted version of the Fallout Shelter episode. We've had a few issues with audio, so it hasn't been released, so we thought, why don't we just redo it and give you a few bonus episodes while we're at it. So, I'm Elliot, Luke's here.
Hi, and Douglas is here.
And we've got our guest, Edward, who's a bit of a Fallout fan.
Yes, I am, and hello.
So let's start with the news.
Alright, so the Ring Doorbell 3, if you buy it from Amazon with its summer sale deal, you get an Echo Show 5 with it, which seems pretty cool.
That's a good deal.
Yeah, and Apple has also released their new MacBook, the iMac Basel, and it's pretty big, and it's got some cool screen extras, so you can, it looks better in the sun, so you don't have to squint at your screen anymore.
Oh yeah.
The only downside is that it's pretty expensive to clean. You have to buy a special cloth and special other stuff like alcohol gel. Sorry, I'm losing words. Right, anyway, that's all the news I've got.
Right, my news, there is a free alternative to Super Smash Bros. And I think you said
Brawlhalla, I would say.
I think is how we're going to go with it.
Yeah, it seems to be based off Shovel Knight. So it has all the Shovel Knight people in it.
Based off of it. I've actually played it quite a bit. It's quite fun.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Any comments in particular? Okay.
It's very similar to Super Smash Bros, but it definitely has unique features. There's quite a lot of different things as well.
Maybe review it in another episode.
Yeah, it looks pretty cool, especially seeing that it's got all the Shovel Knight thing. I'm a fan of Shovel Knight. Shovel Knight's a good game.
I have Shovel Knight, but I think it's not Shovel Knight based. There's special events where you can get new skins themed on different games, like Shovel Knight and other things.
Yeah, just the picture I've got here seems to have a bunch of Shovel Knight players in it.
Yeah.
Seems to be a bit misleading then.
Last piece of news is that Huawei will stop producing their top-level Kirin chipsets on September the 15th, which is a bit of a shame because they're not going to have quite the same performance on their top-level phones.
Yeah, and while we're talking about that, Apple has started making their own chips for their phones and stuff. They used to use Intel chips, but now they're moving to their own chips. I've forgotten their name, but I'm sure we can put it in the description below.
Well, actually, they're going to put their chips in their computers.
Yeah, they've already
PCs.
started putting their chips in their computers.
Developer
Not
computers.
PCs.
Yeah.
People who make apps can sign up for.
Yeah.
And
But also, while we're on the topic of Mac, you can now get iOS 14 beta version, so you can go onto the Apple website and download it. You might want to back your phone up first before you do it, as it can ruin your phone. But if you like testing stuff, then it seems pretty cool. I'm not going to do it, but if you do, then
more on Macs. Douglas, don't you have a news report about that?
Yeah. On Windows, there's a security bug that lets people hijack your printer. But I'm not sure why anybody would want to.
you're going to use all your ink up, just print a black piece of paper.
Seems a bit pointless, though.
Yeah.
And all you need to hijack a Mac is an old Office document and a zip file.
Isn't that just great? And last of all, Douglas, about
What?
the website builder.
Oh yes, the website thing, yeah.
Oh yeah. And Google is shutting down its old website builder. And if you're on that, you've got to move
Move
it to the new.
it's Google Sites is what they call it, and you're going to move it to the new version. Quite soon. Yeah, it's this year, end of this year, I guess.
Yeah, don't both of you use
No, No, I don't use a website builder. I write my website in CSS.
Douglas
cool.
does it the proper way.
Yeah, I like doing.
I use the cheap version, but I use the new.
I also use PHP.
Yes.
I
There
don't
you
use.
go, that's news for this week. Let's get on to our game review. So
We
who
open
wants
up my.
to go
I've got it.
first?
Right, shall I kick?
Elliot, you're
All
you're
that
all
shelves.
dodgy again.
Yeah, I'll cut
Any
that bit
world.
out, or whoever edits.
Yeah, we'll cut that bit out. Yeah, so I'll start first then. So I gave it a world. I gave a 2 for the world. Because you don't really get to see an awful lot. You just get a description from the person. Because you can send them out to explore, so you only get a description.
Yeah, like I would agree with you there. Definitely, there's like barely any world, and the only worlds you can see is either a description or from the quests, which isn't even that much anyway.
It's not. It's more about what they encounter.
Yeah.
Not really the world. And then graphics. The graphics are pretty nice.
Yeah, I like the
so I gave them
style.
a 5. Yeah.
The style's pretty nice. I would give it like 6 or 7.
Yeah.
Probably a 7.
Yeah.
Out of 5.
What's
I
on
have to say
5?
we're
A
doing
5,
that.
yeah.
Oh, I did not know that. So that means I'll just give it a 3 then.
Like
Yeah,
a
3.
or a-
Yep. And then there isn't really a story. Would you agree, Edward?
Yeah, there isn't really a story. It's more like you can choose what you want to do. Like there's mini storylines which are the quests, but there isn't an exact goal you can reach towards.
Yeah.
Like you
Yeah,
can reach to get maximum dwellers, or you can reach to complete all the quests, but there isn't like an ending.
Yeah, I think it just goes on forever, more or less. And then the gameplay, combat.
There's a lot of
really good
combat. I actually quite like the combat.
Yeah. It does feel kind of weird though when
I like it because you don't have to do that much work.
you don't. It is very much the.
I like the critical hit thing where it's like the yellow circle and you can get critical hits. That's nice. So I would just give it
So-
maybe a 2 or 3 because it isn't the most amazing combat, but it is okay.
Yes. And then enemies, bosses, I gave a 5 because there's quite a lot of. It's quite creative, that's for sure.
Yeah, there's a lot of enemies that you can encounter. Like,
Yeah.
I would give it maybe 3 or a 4 because you can't actually see the enemies. They only talk about the enemies. You can see some of
Yeah.
them, but some of them you just cannot see. So, like, I would have given it a
Yeah.
5 if you could actually see the enemies, because there are a lot of enemies that you can encounter.
Yes. And I gave the music a 1 because really it's just one loop.
Yeah, there isn't that much music. I don't really listen to music, but
You don't listen.
yeah, when I do, it's not very exciting.
No. And there's not really any side content, so we'll go straight on to characters. And characters 5.
There is a
because
bit
you
of
get-
side content, Luke. You can buy.
Is there?
Yeah, you can buy stuff. There is like in-app purchases. I'm not sure if they're actual content or if it's just like to buy money and stuff. But there is
I
some
think it's
sort of
mostly
stuff.
just coins.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can
Or-
buy
yeah,
things like
that's-
the lunch boxes and caps and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would have given characters for a 5. There's so many characters. You can get
Yeah.
like 200 in one vault.
Exactly.
Yeah, my vote was like 60 odd.
You can't give a 4 to a game. You can't give a 4 to a game that has over 200 characters that you can have.
Not. That the characters is very creative.
Yeah.
Definitely spent the time there. So yeah, there you go. That's my review.
Alright, shall I go next?
Yeah.
Elliot, yeah.
Alright, I gave World a 2.5. Although there isn't really anything, the Wasteland is a pretty cool idea. There is lots to explore in it, although you don't see it. And a lot of other Fallout games have like amazing worlds, so this one must
Yeah,
have an
Fallout
okay
4's a
one.
pretty cool world. There's lots of things you can do.
Yeah. The art is like amazing. It's like classic Fallout art. It's
Yeah, I like
cool.
Fallout. There's a nice art.
Yeah, I like it. Story, I gave a 2. There is no story, but other Fallout games they have like amazing story, and this one's based off Fallout, so I thought I'd give
Yeah.
it a 2. Anyway, although it's not the best. Gameplay and combat. The gameplay is okay. The way you build stuff is pretty simple. You can't go wrong, really.
Yeah, I like the game. It's pretty easy to understand, and new players can quickly
Pick it
learn
up,
how
yeah.
the basics.
Yeah.
You can't go wrong, really. And plus, you have the Dweller guy who will always come and talk
Go
to you.
along.
Yeah, if you there's a tutorial mode, and
And you can disable that, which I admit I have done.
yeah, I disabled it.
It's nice to have that option.
Yeah, I have a pretty stable vault going. Like, it's not that hard to keep a good vault. Like,
Oh, it's
If
pretty difficult. We'll put our pictures in the
depending
comments
how
below. Not the comments, the
know
description if we can.
Try and get them in.
Yeah.
I don't know how it's gonna work.
oh, I haven't been
Definitely
struggling that much. Like, I have around 21 dwellers, 22, and I'm not really running low on anything. But
I
do.
am. I'm running low on
Yeah, you have like 46 or something.
There's
I have
definitely different
Oh,
ways
60,
to
okay.
play. Different ways to play, that's for sure.
Yeah,
To make it more stable.
yeah,
Or
you're
if you
running low on everything.
by rushing. If you live by rushing, that's the only way you can survive.
Yeah. And when you fail a rush, I'll get onto this now. It's not that difficult to.
Well, I have a guy that's fully armed.
Yeah, I've got a guy
So
who's
I just
armed to the
drag
teeth.
him.
Yeah, you just
I have,
drag
like,
them
th-
wherever you need.
I have just 3
Yeah,
people who
yeah.
have loads of weapons and all the best gear. I like to just send them out on the quests.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, those are the only 3 people with gear. Like, I have gotten everyone has a gun, but not amazing weapons. I give all of my amazing weapons, like my laser pistols, to the
Yeah.
people who do quests.
Sidebar. I've got a really good tip if you want to get a bunch of weapons and clothes. Send one dweller with one gun. It doesn't have to be your best gun. Out into the wasteland and just leave it for a day or two. Just revives them when they die and stuff. And then bring them back using a Nuka-Cola, and you get so much stuff. Like, a lot of my stuff has come from one run. Like, it's a really good idea.
I'm not sure if we should be taking too many tips from Elliot.
I
though.
don't have loads and loads of caps though to spend reviving people.
Yeah, I have loads of caps. I have like 2,000.
Yeah, I'm mostly around the 1,000. If I save up and don't actually spend any for a while, then I might get to 2,000. But
Yeah.
And Douglas.
Oh, I'm not done yet, Luke.
Oh, aren't you?
No,
Oh,
I've still got
gosh.
enemies to go. I touched on enemies in the earlier part when you do the rush. You can get enemies. The enemies aren't very good. You don't see the enemies. I do believe they come from other Fallout games. I gave them a 2. They're not the best. The
I
names are pretty funny though.
I would have given it higher just because of the amount of enemies. There's loads of enemies, and you can
There's
see a
not
few.
that many. There's only 4 or 5.
Well, I think we still got music.
The music sucks. Let's just leave
Yeah.
it at that. The music sucks.
Yeah, definitely it sucks. Absolutely terrible.
Yeah.
I can think of loads of games with better music.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hell, I can think of games that have no music that are better. The
Wow.
music is awful.
Yeah, the
Pretty dull.
awful
It's
music
literally
makes
just
the game
dripping
feel
water
awful.
and
You know what I mean?
occasional like a mouse like squeaking or something. Like I'm a huge Zelda fan, and all the Zelda games have good music. So you should like, if you like need good music in a game, just like go to the guys who do the Zelda music, and you'll get some good stuff.
Sadly, I don't think it quite works like that, but
I don't think the music is Nintendo licensed, because you can get it on like a bunch of different platforms like Apple Music and Spotify and stuff, and it's not by Nintendo there, so
isn't
No.
it? Oh, okay. Interesting.
so yeah.
Any other bits you want to cover?
No, I think I'm done for me. Yeah.
You're done. Great. Douglas, any comments you want to add, or
No, I haven't really played it, so I can't.
haven't really played it? No problem. Well, that's our game review then.
Well, I would say, Douglas, do try it out after this. It's completely free. And
Yeah, it's on phone, Switch, PlayStation. I would say it should.
And Tesla.
Yeah, and Tesla. We'll put the link to the video in the description. That's very funny.
It's great. It's
There's this
great.
guy who somehow put it on his Tesla screen. So you know how Teslas
Oh,
have
no,
big
no.
screens.
No. It's in like the Tesla App Store.
Wait, really?
That's what's called. Yeah.
That's got to be illegal though. So you know.
No. I think they paid to have it on.
So you're saying that if I was driving, I can just play like Fallout Shelter? That does not seem like good.
Yes, indeed. But I mean, there's YouTube.
I think it's more like when you stop.
I think it is
Yeah.
designed more with.
But to be
Oh.
fair, you shouldn't be looking at your.
I know it's like
Anything.
just as bad as looking
Yeah.
at the phone.
Where's Edward gone?
Well,
I don't know where Edward's gone. Well, maybe
Well,
he was.
well, that's goodbye to
decided
Edward. So
disappear. Goodbye to Edward. Yeah. Well, thanks very much for joining.
yeah, we'll get you some
and
bonus episodes soon, hopefully.
Hopefully we will. Yeah.
All right.
Thanks very much.
Bye.
Bye.